Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
Golden Ricketts, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I am well. You've made my night. Before we get started, please go ahead and big up the greatest parish in Jamaica.
You're putting me on the spot. So I'm gonna big up St. Thomas because I was born there, and I'm also gonna big up St. Andrew because I grew up there.
I love that. I'll take that. 14.94 games record. You weren't playing about tonight, were you?
No, I definitely knew that the girls were coming out here to fight, so I had to bring my A game and war them.
What got you going? Was it the cold or was it something else?
It's the cold. I like competing in the cold for some strange reason, but then after the first jump, I feel like it got even colder, and then the breeze started changing. So, yeah, I don't know.
What next? What's next for you in terms of achievement? Because this is your greatest career medal, isn't it?
Yes. Apart from the World Championships, yes, this is my first gold. So what's next? I have the Monaco Diamond League next week, and I'm also going to be participating at the Knockout Championships in Bahamas.
Amazing stuff. And how does it feel to inspire the little kids in St. Thomas? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them with their eyes gripped to the screen saying, I want to be like Golden Ricketts.
Yes, definitely. I hope to be an inspiration to them. I hope they see themselves in me. If them foot long, them can try the triple jump. You know, if them slim, them can try the triple jump or even high jump.
What if them have short foot?
If them have short foot, then can try to cast about foot short too.
Amazing. Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
My Talawers, good morning, good evening, possibly good afternoon, all depends on where you're based in the world. Welcome back to another live stream. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comment section. I'm going to try and keep this one short for you. And yes, I know I always say I'm going to keep it short, and I end up talking at you guys for hours, way more than I bargained for. But there's not really a reason for me to keep you guys here over the time that I'm expecting to speak with you guys. So I know some of you are probably just starting your day. It's just gone past 3 p.m. here in London. So I'm assuming the majority of you are probably just getting up, maybe just arriving at work. If that is the case, then I hope that you have a smashing day. Drop some comments in the comment section and I'll try and get back to you guys during the course of the day. So the headline reads for itself. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. It says, celebration and anger for Jamaican footballers. Let me just go ahead and double check something my end, guys, before I kickstart the show for you guys. And before I forget, massive thank you to you guys on my last live stream, by the way. I had to end that one earlier than I pre-planned. I'm not going to go over the reason as to why that is, but thank you to those of you who stay tuned with me until I closed off the show. Again, let me know how you're doing in the comments section. And this one is pretty obvious with regards to the celebration and the anger for the Jamaican footballers. I say it's obvious, and I'm assuming that some of you are well up to date when it comes to the men's and the women's footballers who represent Jamaica, both at senior level across the board. So again, in the men's game and also in the women's game as well. And if you're not up to date, then leave it to me. I'll go ahead and update you all. So where should we start? Should we start off with some good news? I'm pretty sure you would have seen this one if you follow my Instagram, that is, and also if you've been keeping an eye on the Jamaica Football Federation social media, then you would have heard this lovely bit of news with regards to Tiffany Cameron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just jog your memory there. And I'm also going to keep you in the loop for those of you who aren't as active on social media. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my shared screen and we're going to dive right into it. So we're going to start off with Tiffany Cameron, and we're also going to be looking on Damien Lowe and a racial incident and allegation with regards to a racial incident which took place over the weekend, centering Damien Lowe into Miami and DC United as well. So we're going to look at that and we're going to end on some positivity. So we're going to start off strong, going to touch on something that is quite sour, a sour taste in many of our mouths. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us have been left feeling angry for Damien Lowe. And it's actually the second time in months that a senior player as it relates to the Jamaican football players has received some form of abuse, and coincidentally, it's on both occasions it's been linked to racism. In the women's team, that is some months back, I think it was during the summer for Trudy Carter, and now we're looking at Damian Lowe, right? So let me just go ahead. Why are you guys so quiet? Drop something in the comment section. You know, I don't like to sit here and talk to a screen. So please do go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section. To be fair, I can't be too harsh on you because you guys have been hitting that like button, although there aren't many of you watching along. So thank you. Let me not push you too hard. Let me just continue with the show. So let's go ahead and turn on my shared screen and we'll go over and look at Miss Tiffany Cameron. Exactly, Fresh. I'm so glad that you're here. Good morning, Fresh. How are you? What's on the breakfast menu, Fresh? Let me go ahead. Mr. Scott, good morning. Good morning, both. What's on the breakfast menu, guys? Let me go ahead and turn on that shared screen. Okay. Right, so I said that we're going to be starting off with Tiffany Cameron. It's only right that we start off with some positivity, considering we're going to be diving into the negative in a minute now. So this one, again, if you've been keeping an eye on my social media, on Twitter and on Instagram, you would have seen this one already. And also, if you have been keeping your eye on the Jamaica Football Federation, nice, easy read for you. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. It says, Tiffany Cameron has been named Player of the Year at the Hungarian Gala dinner ceremony. And this is a special occasion which took place last night. So Tiffany Cameron has been crowned as the Player of the Year for the competitive football in Hungary, and that's competitive football at the highest level. She is a forward for Eto FC. I don't think I need to say that though, because I do cover Tiffany Cameron, Hungary, the likes of Marlo Sweatman as well, to great lengths. So I don't really think I need to remind you guys who Tiffany Cameron plays for. But in case you are new to the channel and possibly new to Tiffany Cameron, at least now you know the club that she plays for, and she's having a tremendous season and a smashing season for the 2021-2022 campaign. And this trophy in her hands, let me go ahead and give you guys a little glimpse. And by the way, this is a stunning outfit. Absolutely lovely outfit, rocked pretty well by Tiffany Cameron. I think she looks great. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Clearly there she's holding up her award, and it's an award that I believe is richly deserved. Let me know what you guys think of Tiffany Cameron picking up the Player of the Year award in Hungry. And again, this one is for her contributions to the 2021-2022 season. This season, she started things off with, I could easily say, a point to prove, got up and running. And you would have listened to me talk about Tiffany Cameron and Eto FC last season and this season. So if you want to know where they are in the league, I'll advise you to watch my live stream from Sunday. We did a Reggae Girls Weekend of Action review, and I did touch on Eto FC and Tiffany Cameron. But let me just jog your mind there, guys. She did start off the season quite strong. She's still scoring goals, mind you, since the start of the season. A hat-trick on the opening day. And her team, Eto FC, they're just thumping up teams for fun. I don't know what's gotten into them, but long may it continue, sitting pretty at the top of this table. And hopefully it stays that way. It's either Eto FC or Victoria Football Club. Victoria Football Club is the club belonging to Marlo Sweatman. So as long as one of them are on top of the league in Hungary, I have nothing to complain about. I know you guys want to see Tiff in that dress again. So there you go. Something to wake you all up for your Tuesday morning. And like I said, it is a stunning outfit, and she rocked it well and thoroughly deserving of picking up the Player of the Year award. Hopefully she can do the same again this season. So yes, she works hard, and it's a tremendous achievement, absolutely tremendous achievement, and she deserves it. Definitely deserve it. Long may it continue for Miss Tiffany Cameron. I'm okay. I am well, fresh. I'm well. When the regulars are here, I am more than well. I know this one probably caught you guys a little bit off guard because I don't usually do live streams at this hour. It's usually in the evening hours for you guys in Jamaica. But to be honest with you, I couldn't sit around any longer and not give you the live stream. I need to go and do my exercise later on as well. So that was one of the reasons that pushed me to do this live stream. I'm gonna do my exercise before it gets dark and yeah, do some extra bits as well. So that is Tiffany Cameron. If you're just tuning in, this is what today's live stream is about. This is what this particular live stream is about: celebration and anger for Jamaican footballers. So we've got another bit of celebration to sign off on before we close off on the show. We're going to talk about another bit of celebration for one of our um footballers there within the senior national team. So now we're going to go and we're going to look at Damian Lowe, and I'm pretty sure, again, if you've kept your eyes on the Jamaica Football Federation social media, and they have made some positive strides there, JFF, over the last couple of months. Maybe they've been doing this, maybe since last year, if memory serves me well, with regards to keeping their fans in the loop, talking on issues that they should be speaking on, putting out the appropriate press release and just little stuff that they never used to do in the past as it relates to social media and being active on social media. Definitely up the tempo. So fair play to them, and let's just pray that it stays that way, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with looking at a press release there from the Jamaica Football Federation, and they're going to be giving us some comments there, words of support, I should say, words of support from the Jamaica Football Federation after there was breaking news and reports regarding Damien Lowe being allegedly racially abused. So we're going to look at the press release, and then we're going to look at a news article there for further reading. Okay. So let's go ahead, and Miss Cameron, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to take you off my screen. Might get back to you before the show closes, depending on whether the guys in the comment section wants another glimpse of Tiffany Cameron. I trust that they do. Let me go ahead and turn on my shared screen, and we're going to go over to the Jamaica Football Federation. Beautiful. So as it says there, guys, written in bold, pretty clear for you guys to read this one. I trust that you don't want to read it, so I'll go ahead and read it for you. It says JFF, and that is the Jamaica Football Federation, stands in support of Damien Lowe. The Jamaica Football Federation stands in support of national player Damien Lowe after reports he was addressed with a racial slur in a game on Sunday evening. So that's just Sunday gone 2 days ago now. The MLS is investigating the incident. The JFF strongly condemns and abhors racism in any form, whether on or off the field of play. We stand ready to give whatever support is necessary to Damien. The incident took place in a game in the MLS between Inter Miami and DC United. It was a racist comment. A word was used. I think it is unacceptable in society. Phil Neville, coach of Inter Miami, is reported to have said. And this is what I was saying there, guys, with regards to Trudy Carter and the Jamaica Football Federation, quite rightly it's given us a gentle reminder of another incident which took place again with one of our senior footballers as it relates to said issue regarding allegations around racist abuse. And it says here, guys, in July, senior women's national team player Trudy Carter was the target of racist taunts coming from a section of the crowd in Mexico at the CONCACAF Women's Tournament. And okay, so now let me go back over and see what you guys are saying there in the comment section. I am doing well. There's a doctor in the house. I'm doing well. How are you? How you doing? Let me stop the shared screen for a quick second. Actually, the shared screen wasn't on, guys. Why didn't you tell me? You guys couldn't see any of that? Do you guys want to see any of that? Why didn't someone in the comment section tell me that the shared screen wasn't on? If you want to actually see what's written in front of me, then let me know I'm gonna make sure that the next shared screen is on. My apologies there, guys. I clicked shared screen and something went wrong. In the on the technical side of things. I have no idea why it didn't spring up on the screen for you guys, but my apologies. I'm gonna make sure that that doesn't happen for the next um screen share. So let me know what's on the breakfast menu, guys, and also what you guys looking to have for lunch. Might come over and help myself. Miss Tia, where you been? I haven't seen you around lately. How you been? How's health treating you? Next time, give me a gentle reminder. Let me know that you can't see it because I had no idea. I just clicked back my screen and realized that you guys couldn't see a thing. My apologies. Right. So what we're gonna do, Tia, if you're just tuning in, great to see you around again. I hope you're in tremendous health. Not too bad. Okay, that's what I like to hear. You haven't really missed much. I've touched on Tiffany Cameron picking up the Player of the Year award. Matter of fact, just for you, let's go back and look at Tiffany Cameron quickly. Because I love her dress to bits. So let me go ahead and share that with you there. Tia, that is a picture there of Tiffany Cameron at the Hungarian gala dinner ceremony, which took place yesterday, and she was gifted with the Player of the Year award, right? Goals and assist contributions from last season's campaign, and richly deserved by Tiffany Cameron. Take another look there, guys, of Tiffany Cameron in her dress and her award. And there is a glimpse of the award. Like I said, this is for her goals and assist contribution and all-round performance for the 2021-2022 league campaign. And clearly it says Tiffany Cameron, Eto FC, right? So it worked that time, thank God. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go over and look at um a written article there with regards to the MLS and their investigation after a DC United forward accused not sorry allegedly used a racial slur towards Damian Lowe, right? So let's go back and turn on my another shared screen. Let's get that off the screen quickly and let's open a different shared screen. Let's check if you guys can see that. So you guys can definitely see that because I've just double checked for you. If it comes off the screen, let me know in the comment section and I'll bring it back up, okay? Temporarily, won't be able to see your comments, but I will just go back and forth before I complete the reading of the article, right? So if you can't see at any point, then let me know and I will bring it up on the screen for you all. All right, so let's get started. You can pretty much read this one, MLS in bold writing there, the headline, MLS Major League Soccer, that is, for those of you who are wondering, launches investigation after DC United forward Taxi Fontes accused of using racial slur, right? And it says Major League Soccer, that's MLS, has launched an investigation following allegations of racism during Sunday's encounter between DC United and Inter Miami. And it says United forward Taxi Fontes was accused of directing a racial slur towards Inter Miami's defender Damian Lowe. The 27-year-old has denied using the despicable word and is saddened to be falsely accused. And he apparently said on his social media, I did not use the word I am being accused of using. That despicable racial slur is one I denounce and did not use. We had a hot discussion on the field, but I have not racially abused anyone. I firmly reject racism in any form. It is despicable. I have many friends from many cultures. I I always respect the culture, religion, and skin color of each person. I am therefore very upset by this accusation and saddened to be falsely accused. Post match Inter Miami manager Phil Neville, and yes, that is the Phil Neville that you're thinking of, there was a racist comment that was unacceptable. So those are the comments there from the gaffer at Inter Miami. So let me continue to read that one there for you. Let me reiterate what Phil Neville has said with regards to the allegations of racial abuse aimed at Damian Lowe. There was a racist comment that was unacceptable, a word that was used, and I think it is unacceptable in society. I think it's the worst word in the world. Neville, who, along with his DC United counterpart Wayne Rooney, were asked to talk to referee after the altercation. There is no place at all for racism on a football field or society. A statement released by Rooney's club read, DC United are aware of an allegation involving a player during the match against Miami. That's Inter Miami, because there is another Miami, Miami FC. So let's not confuse the two. One is in top flight of men's football in the US, and the other is in the championship version of their football across the pond. The club will work closely with Major League Soccer and Inter Miami to investigate the incident. Let me see if you guys can still see that. Yes, you can. Okay. With play pause, Neville entered into discussion regarding whether his players should leave the field following the clash between Greek international Fontes and Jamaica's Lowe at RD Field in Washington. Let me know what you guys think of that decision there as well in the comment section to potentially leave the field of play. On resumption, Fontes, who scored shortly before the incident to make it to all, was substituted almost immediately by DC boss Rooney. Praising the handling of the incident, Neville added, I must commend my players for keeping their calm, and I must commend the referee. In a really difficult situation, he followed the protocols set out by the MLS. I must also give my massive respect to Wayne Rooney for dealing with it in the way that he did. I've always known him as a class act, and today he went up in my estimation more than he has ever done, more than any goal he has ever scored. That's quite something, isn't it? The referee said that neither he nor any of the on-field officials heard a racial slur being used, while the incident was also checked by video assistant referee. In a statement, the MLS said MLS has zero tolerance for abuse and offensive language. We take these allegations very seriously. An investigation into the matter will begin promptly. Some good news there if you support Inter Miami and Damian Lowe. To round it all off with regards to the good news with how that game ended, Miami won the game 3-2 thanks to a late goal from none other than Gonzalo Higuain. Righty. So let me know what you guys think of that statement there from Inter Miami, and also how both managers, so Phil Neville and also Wayne Rooney, handled the situation. Seems like they took a smooth and firm approach, taking the player off the field of play, and rightly so, with what he is being accused of. It is definitely an early show. Yeah, I had no reason to sit and wait to give you guys this one later on. Like I said, I'm gonna do my exercise maybe after I finish this, or if not, before it gets too late. So I figured might as well give you guys a show. 1 second there, guys. He said it the way Damian Lowe centre back partner reacted. He said something crazy. Oh, did you watch the game? I didn't manage to catch the game. So you're talking about the reaction from Lowe's teammate? Sounds like that's what you're referring to. Good morning. How are you? What's on the breakfast menu? So we've already gone over Tiffany Cameron. We've also touched on Damien Lowe as well. For those of you who are wondering, if you guys want to call into the show, I have no issues with that. All you have to do is get dialing with the number in front of you. So as it says on the screen, the most important thing for you guys, especially if you're living outside of the UK, please do add that +44. Please do call me via WhatsApp. So use the +44 followed by the remaining digits. Outside of WhatsApp, if you live outside of the UK, it will charge you. And if you're not using WhatsApp to call me, then I won't be picking up. Right? So it's to help you avoid any potential extra charges to your monthly or weekly bill. Good morning. Good morning. How you? I'm well. I can't complain. I am well. You haven't missed much. Bring up the headline there for you. It says celebration and anger for Jamaican footballers. Celebration there to kick the show off is in relation to Tiffany Cameron picking up the Player of the Year award in Hungary at their dinner and gala last night, and she looks stunning, by the way. So if you've missed the earlier part of the show, you might have to rewind this one or make your way over to my Instagram. I did touch it on Instagram last night, right? Someone, Rob Smith, he's lucky it wasn't Damien Lowe, father Anandi Lowe. I'll know he would be picking up his teeth. Younger Lowe is a bit more professional. You guys are something else, said younger Low is a bit more professional. So yes, guys, if you're just tuning in, first of all, before I forget my manners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hitting that like button as well. Definitely appreciate you guys for doing so. And yeah, so before I close off, I probably got maybe 5 more minutes of you guys, and then I'm going to have to close off. But before I do, I got one more lovely news to share with you guys with regards to celebration. Another one of our international players is worthy of being celebrated. So we're going to touch on that before I. What is wrong with my thing? We're going to touch on that, guys, before I close off on the show. Right, let me give you guys a little shout out before I touch on my last bit of topic. Rob Smith, Tuffy, Jermaine Miller. I got a phone call coming in. Tia, the doctor is in the building. Wonder what he's going to prescribe us. I hope he's prescribing us good health and success, and also fresh as well. And Mr. Scott, massive thank you to you guys for using that comment section as you should. Mr. Beckford, good morning, sir. How are you? Can you hear me? Seems like the caller there is having a bit of a issue there with the connection, guys. So let me try and hang up and see if I could give him a call back. If not, before I close off on the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and wait patiently for him to call back, because he is one of the regular callers. And then once I've heard from him, I will close off on the show, unless some of you guys want to call in. Mr. Beckford, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing fine. You're sounding great this morning.
You sound. I'm happy. I'm woke up feeling good, so I'm happy. 1 second there, Mr. Beckford.
Yeah, that's good.
Warren, I saw your friend yesterday and I handled business. Your friend showed up unexpectedly and I took care of business there, Mr. Warren Webster. All right. So you're not going to be happy with me in that regard, but your little friend showed up yesterday and gave me a little fright, and I handled business. Yes, Mr. Beckford. How you? What's on the breakfast menu today?
Nothing. I already had some. I just buy Callaloo loaf and 2 banana. That's it.
Oh, nothing. That is a healthy option that you've gone with. So please do go ahead and eat for both of us. What's on your mind? What do you want to discuss?
I missed out 20th minute of the show, but I was listening to the radio. That's why.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really following the time. So when I look at the time, I say, wow, 25 minutes. That's a lot I miss out.
You haven't really missed much. I mean, I've reiterated the first part of the show, which focused on Tiffany Cameron, and Cameron picked up the Player of the Year award in Hungary last night for her goals and contribution and all-round performance for the 2021-2022 season. And then we touched on the alleged racist abuse aimed at Damien Lowe as well. So you haven't really missed much.
Okay. Well, this topic, I don't think this topic can be discussed in just a short show still. There's a lot to it.
I'll leave the floor with you. What's on your mind?
Well, congrats to our Tiffany. I know that she is a very good footballer, and she deserves it. She worked hard, she worked for it, so that's good for the girl. At least we know that we have a well-ready Tiffany going into World Cup. Just want her to stay fit on the rest of girls, because I realize they are scoring across their different leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good. I mean, that's what we want to hear, because World Cup is around the corner. I want the girls to be fit and ready.
Yeah.
And go sharp.
Definitely.
Also, I like the fact that they are spread across Europe and other leagues.
Yeah.
And I believe that kind of give the team a kind of, what do I call it, different styles, because they will use the different types of playing styles across. So they will kind of have idea of how to play certain teams based on the leagues that they are playing in, which is good.
Definitely can't disagree with you on that. And it's an opportunity to embrace someone else's culture as well, which could only be a good thing, because when you link up with the women's team, you have girls who are scattered all over the diaspora from a variety of different cultures. So it should help you to make a smooth transition into the team when called upon.
Yes. Some of the leagues, those goal difference are ridiculous early in the season.
I know. In Hungary, the goal difference, particularly with Tiffany Cameron's team, is outrageous. Quite similar to the Czech Republic League as well, with Alika Keane and Slavia Peru. Their goal difference is just unbelievable at the moment. So they're both looking good, sitting at the top of their respective tables, and hopefully it stays that way.
Yes, and when you look at all the league across the world, they are even far better than the man in terms of goal difference, because right now, Liverpool, Arsenal is at the top, and their goal difference is half the amount in Rangers. Rangers, I don't know, I never watched them before, but they seem like a very good team.
Well, I think it comes down to the quality of the team, and also the quality of the league, and the quality of each individual opponents. Because look at what happened with Tottenham and Leicester City, with Son scoring his first hat-trick of the season.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it comes down to the league, and more importantly, it comes down to the opponents as well. And yeah, that's how usually teams rack up their healthy goal difference.
Probably, yeah. But it also makes sense here in a league where you don't have any competition.
One moment there, Mr. Beckford. Good morning, Rochelle. How's work going? I was gonna drop it yesterday, but I wasn't sure if you were at work. Hope you're okay. Mr. Miller, drop me a message, Mr. Miller, and I will call you back as soon as I finish this call with Mr. Beckford. So drop me a call I've not seen nothing pop up on my end. It's not a call. Drop me a message on WhatsApp and I will call you back straight after I finish with Mr. Beckford, okay? Yes, Philip, continue for me, please.
It's about I'm not going to take over the entire show, so I'm going to touch on the last topic, which is the racism.
Yeah.
I realize that I see some places put things in place to kind of combat it, but honestly, racism really out of control now from a long time, and it still has been even today modern society where when I look at it, you don't see the necessity of it because black players, there are great black players out there, much as white players that have helped or contributed to clubs on a great level.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they are being soft in terms of those racist footballers because I know that if they put in harsher penalties,
exactly
will think about their career first before they even go that far.
Yeah.
If you're saying, all right, 1 strike, you're in the red zone. 2 strike, that's it for you. And anywhere you go, it will be on your record to say that you are a racist, and it will be hard for you to get into any other club.
Yeah. I mean, it's just continue.
I believe if that is done, players will now start to deal with black players better. Because I'm wondering sometimes if those players that are being racist, if they don't have a black player teammate, or even if they have and don't show it to that player, they are still racist. Who know what they are saying in behind their back? And it's not good to play in a team where you have a teammate that is racist and you're colored and they're white. Something needs to be done, and something can be done. It's just that they are not. Because majority of footballers in today's society or world is white. The majority is white. So I guess because I bet if the majority was black, they would have acted on it swiftly.
Yeah.
But because the majority is white and the few footballers are black, I guess that's why they're moving so slow. Yeah. Because I know that things can be put in place. We're tired of this racism stuff.
I think you probably have to look at the board, and you probably have to look at the federation or the association, because they're usually the ones that hand out the sanctions. Definitely in England, so it would have to be the FA that hands out the sanctions. You probably have to look at the makeup of the board, and sometimes it comes down to something that's so simple: who feels it knows it. You're right. A lot of the punishments that we've seen handed out, particularly in England, as it relates to said subject, they are slap on the wrist. It's nothing. You know, you see a player who, for example, if a player was to endorse a betting company, they're likely to get a more heavier fine, a more heavier sanction than someone who racially abused a player. So yeah, the punishment attached to it is lighter than a feather. So there really isn't any reason there. There's no warning there. There's no consequences there that will stop a player from racially abusing either their teammate or the opponents or the 12th man, match officials, whoever. Because what comes after it, like I said, is just a simple slap on the wrist and you move on. It's nothing to damage your career, and it should be career ending. It should be like an injury. It should 100% be career and career ending, but it's not. You're getting a chance time and time again, and sometimes when it's even written right in front of you in black and white, they still go off and say, well, there isn't enough evidence to push forward with a decision as it relates to, a disciplinary decision, a suspension of the player, dropping the player, the club cutting ties of the player, and so on. So yeah, there's plenty of reasons there as to why these things happen. But I think the most telling one of them all is for you to look at the guys who will issue the sanctions and look at the makeup and look at what those guys look like. And if they don't look or sound like you, then you really shouldn't expect them to feel your pain. So you shouldn't really be expecting them to do the right thing, because it's never been affected by whatever it is you're complaining about. so they don't know, they can't recognize your pain, and they can't feel your pain. Like I said, who feels it knows it.
Yes, and that you're totally correct. And I believe one of the things to kind of help alleviate some of it, because as I say, racism it is already indulged in the culture of certain countries and so on. So it's not something that will get rid of so quick. But what they can do is put in measures to alleviate it or lessen the amount of incidents in which racism is evident in.
Yeah.
Because as I said, if you start put some of these black persons that are capable in certain positions, like board position, it will be better, because then you have someone who is there who can basically have better understand, because it's either they have experienced it before, seen it happen before.
Yeah.
I don't have to experience something to know the pain someone is going through, and that's the problem. Some people feel as if you have to experience something to know it.
Yeah, but you're cut from a different cloth. You're cut from a different cloth, so you can't even compare yourself to them, because it's a pointless comparison. You're a completely different cloth from them. You come from a completely different demographics, different upbringing, the whole lot. You're not. It's almost as if you're not even from the same world. It's like you're from different planets.
Yeah, I think that some of them have this slavery mentality. Go on, like say them. They are old plantation slave master.
Could be.
That is slavery mentality. Because those times the black were all inferior. So I don't know if they're still stuck in that. Plus, worst of all, is the English we're talking about. Those are colonial powers, English bodies. So, and these places are mostly white. So they kind of have that mentality still, I believe.
Could be that it could be embedded in them. But like I said, once you take a look, and looks can be deceiving. Sometimes it's not as simple as that, but quite often, once you look at the makeup of the board in particular, you take a look at the CEO, you take a look at his staffing structure, and so on and so on. And if they don't look or sound like you, then chances are they're not going to be able to relate to you. And sometimes they do put people on their board who perhaps look and appear to sound like you, but they're just there for tick boxing purpose. So they're not going to do the honorable thing. They're not going to be the voice of the voiceless. They're not going to speak on behalf of their community, because they know that if they do that, then they'll probably be left with the inevitable decision of searching for a new job, a new employer. So they don't want to be in that position. So internally, they're probably kept sweet, probably given every promotion there is, probably on a fair bit of salary. So by the time you think about all these things, they probably went through the door because they wanted to bring forth change. But if you're keeping them happy and sweet, then don't expect them to be the voice of the voiceless, because it's not going to happen. They're forgotten about us. Hence, they just become a tick boxing exercise. Does that make sense?
Yes. I don't know if it's my end, but the signal is going on.
Okay. Well, you can sorry, continue.
Okay.
Jermaine Miller, what country are you calling from? And that will probably give me a better idea as to how to assist you. I can't remember the country that you're based in. But you do have to 100% do it on WhatsApp. So usually the +44 should work for you. But I don't know what country you're calling from. Mr. Beckford.
Yes, before I go, I just want to commend Mr. Rooney and the other coach. I know they deal with the matter.
Yeah.
I think they did it do it professionally. But I think more first coach and so on should follow. Be like try to exemplify things Mr. Rooney, you can see that he's against racism, and he doesn't have any problem with black players. Look at, for example, Ravel Marceau. When everyone didn't want him, he took Ravel, and he didn't say anything bad about him because he realized that he has the talent, yes, but he also black as well, and there are other players that he could have focused on.
Yeah, it's definitely put a tremendous amount of faith and belief in Ravel, and it's probably because he's seen him behind the scenes when Ravel was at Manchester United, so he knows what he's like as a person, as opposed to believing what's written about him in the media, and so on. So he's had a first-hand experience of when Ravel was at Manchester United, so he knows what he's like. Before even giving him that chance, because remember they were at Derby together. Remember, it was him who took
Yes.
Morrison to Derby. So clearly he sees something in Morrison, and he's giving him another chance of doing what he needs to do in the MLS.
Well, I hope that something good come out of this matter. And we hope that we see improvement. It won't stop. We just have to accept the reality. People will always be racist. But they should implement harsher fines so that
most certainly
people can think twice. Because they are having it too easy. Some people, the money that they charge is like chump change to them.
Yeah.
So they won't stop because they can pay that, and it doesn't affect their bank account.
Yeah.
So
it's not really a hit, is it?
Done.
One moment there, Mr. Bedford. Mr. Miller, go ahead and try. Where is Mikey's comment? You can go ahead and try the 001. Sorry, 011, and then forget the double 4. So you do 00179 followed by the remaining digits, right? So do the 01179 followed by the remaining digits. Give that a try, and hopefully it works. If not, I don't know if you're on Instagram or if you're on Twitter, you could drop me a DM and I will call you instead. Yes, Mr. Bedford, continue, please.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to close with. I just hope that something is done.
Yeah.
Because it's getting out of hand and it needs to stop.
Yeah, definitely. I think you've put it nicely, but I most certainly agree with you. Whether it's going to stop in our lifetime, that's a completely different scenario, because it's been around for decades. So we've seen, history has shown that we've seen even with prolific clubs in the UK, in England, top flight of men's football, we've seen at least a club and their fans racially abuse their own players. Now you'd have to look back in history to know who that club is and know who the player is, and I don't really want to get into all of that for obvious reason, but it's just it wasn't that long ago. Wasn't that long ago where you would have one of the biggest clubs in the world and their fans were racially abusing their own player. So nothing really surprised me when you look at it like that, from that angle.
Okay. One more thing. With the Khadija Shah situation, I don't know if you could do a content looking into the issues and if she will be successful there or not, because it's a different topic to talk about. Khadijah's situation at City, even though it's my club.
Yeah. I've touched on it a few times. But if you want me to give it another spin, then I'm more than happy to do exactly that for you. Even if it might be a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth, I'm more than happy to give it another spin for you.
Yes, I'm sure the person will probably want to have a discussion about that.
Yeah.
I mean, Khadija is our captain and we want the best for her. But her situation now, I don't think it's the best for her right now.
Yeah, we've spoken about it quite a few times on the show. But like I said, even if it's just for you, I'm more than happy to give that another spin on Khadija Shah. Definitely happy to give it another spin.
Okay, I have to go now because I have to catch I have to carry the water in man. No pipe, country style still.
Listen, it ain't nothing like country living. You're living a great life. You're getting all that healthy air,
Yeah,
unlike me living in the
I cannot
city,
get out.
messing up my lungs. So you're living the better life than myself.
Yeah, can't get used, can never get bored of it. And I'm in deep country in St. still.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, enjoy it. I'm not sure if you're on the graveyard shift again today. But if you are on the graveyard shift, then I hope that you make it safe to work, and I hope you make it safely home as well. Okay.
Okay, thanks and have a great day. I don't know when you'll be live again, but I will
You make it
get
sound
up
so.
with
Am I that bad, Mr. Beckford? You make it sound like I show up once in a blue moon. I'll give you a little nudge when I'm going live. I'll give you a little nudge when I'm going live, so you won't miss it.
Okay, thanks again and
You're welcome.
enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, sir.
And another nice show.
Thank you. I appreciate the
And
support.
big up to everybody in the comment section as well. And continue
Okay.
to support her. She's doing a great job.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day and try not to spill the water, okay?
Okay, bye for now.
Bye bye. Take care. Mr. Formulate. This guy. I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to stay on your level. I'm trying to stay on your level. How you doing? What's on the breakfast menu today, Mr. Formulate? Let's see what Formulate is saying. Listen. This guy. Listen. I was actually gonna do a live stream yesterday about this incident in relation to Damien Lowe, and I wasn't 100% feeling well, so I just decided to leave it for today. And clearly, I'm feeling much better. Woke up feeling much better than I was over the last 2 days or so. But yeah, I mean, we've been here before, haven't we? Like I was saying, some months back in July, we spoke about similar incident, said topic. Only on that occasion, we were talking about Trudy Carter and Trudy Carter being racially abused, right? And JFF actually touched on it in their press release, and in their press release it said in July, senior women's national team player Trudy Carter was the target of racist taunts coming from a section of the crowd in Mexico at the CONCACAF women's tournament. I'm pretty sure we're familiar with that incident because I touched on it on here at the time that it happened. And if I didn't touch, I'm sorry, if you didn't hear that I touched on it, then I'm pretty sure you'd have seen other content creators would have touched on it, or you should have seen a press release from the Jamaica Football Federation. So this looks like I'm gonna take this one to an hour. Actually, I'm gonna wait on Jermaine Miller. He's trying to call in, so I'm gonna wait on Jermaine Miller, and then I'm going to close off on the show. Thank you to you guys there in the comment section for stopping by. And for being active. You guys are making full use of the comment section, so thank you to you guys for that. And to those of you who are silently watching, I don't bite. Don't recall ever biting anyone, and I don't think I'm going to get into that habit. So please do make full use of the comment section and get active. Drop a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how things are your end, guys, so that we could chop some things up and we could I do not know what just happened, guys. My thing just cut out completely. Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened, but Thank you for not tuning off. Thank you for not closing off on the channel. Don't ask me what just happened because I don't know myself. Hopefully you guys can see me. Let me know in the comment section if you can't. But everything looks pretty normal. So I'm gonna wait and see if Jermaine Miller can call in. If not, we'll probably have to catch him on another show, but I'm gonna try and wait and see if he can get through to us. Or if not, Jermaine, like I said, maybe I don't know if you dropped me something on my Instagram. I did say drop me your number on Instagram and I will try to call you back. So let's check Instagram. I don't have anything on Instagram. It's nothing on Instagram. I don't think he would have messaged my Twitter because that would have popped up. But let's check Twitter as well. So I'm not sure what issues Jermaine Miller is having, but clearly he's having some sort of a issue. Okay, let me see. I don't think there's got about 5 more minutes, guys. We've got about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to close off. I'm fully connected to the internet, so I'm not really sure what just happened. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I did say I was gonna end on something positive for you guys, right? Good thing I checked myself then, because I would have closed off and then I would have been kicking myself. I don't know what happened, and I think it chipped out my internet on my phone as well. I might have to like restart my WhatsApp. I don't have a clue what happened. That's so embarrassing. I was like, "Where's my screen? Like, what's happened to my screen?" It's embarrassing. Read an article in the Washington Post this morning saying DC United player firmly denies using seems like this will turn into a your word versus, as always, isn't it, Jason? As always, that's usually how it pans out, isn't it? All when they're here, they still haven't heard. Yeah, I did read out an article earlier on in the show, actually midway through the show, and yeah, typically it's the same, saying the same thing, that he denied it. No one's going to own up to that. A thief doesn't own up to being a thief. You have to catch the thief in action. They're not going to say, "Oh yes, you caught me, I'm a thief." No, they're not. They're going to go as far as they can get until you catch them red-handed. And sometimes even when you catch them red-handed, they're still saying that they're innocent. I don't know, they're a special bunch. Don't ask me how they operate, because they are one of a kind. Georgia girl, I think this means that you might have subscribed to the channel. Hope I'm not jumping the gun. If you are, that's great. It's nice to see another a female subscriber. Plenty of male subscribers, a lot of men in the comment section, as always. I mean, I love having you guys around, but sometimes it's good to talk to another woman about football. Not always wanting to talk about football with the guys. Don't take that negatively, guys. I do love speaking to you guys, but sometimes it's good to just talk to the girls. So yeah, there's a few of you that's popping up now and again, so it's nice to see you guys. I'm gonna see if I could restart my phone again, guys, because the internet actually cut out on the phone as well. So let me see if I could restart my phone. Let me see. No, it's not. It's definitely the first time I could see that it was trying to connect, which is why I called you back. Jermaine said that he called, but it hasn't popped up on my phone. So let's see if I could I'm trying to like restart it, guys. It's not even turning on. It's embarrassing me now. It's not even turning on. All right, we'll see if it turns on before I Christ, this is embarrassing. Knowing my luck, it will turn on when I've closed off on the show, or the signal will come back once I've closed off. It's weird how technology can embarrass you at times, isn't it? Oh well. All right. The only missed call that okay, let me go back into my thing. The only missed call that I've got is from Philip Beckford, 3:32, which is over half an hour ago. There's no other missed call. There's a missed call on here, but this person called for last night's show, so, and that was on another channel that had nothing to do with wanting to speak to me coincidentally. So yeah, those are the only missed calls on my, how do I pronounce it? Zubiri, if you're watching, if I've butchered your name, sorry. But I did message you back yesterday. I can see your missed call, and I messaged you yesterday. So at the moment, I've only got 2 missed calls. Right, let me stop. The central defensive partner. All right, so let me stop talking and just try to close off this show. Give you guys another bit of positive news, because you know we like to focus on the positivity, don't like to dwell on too much negativity. So with that being said, I'm going to backtrack into the weekend quite briefly, and we're going to be looking at what we already discussed. And I did say there's a big one coming up this weekend, isn't there? We've got the North London Derby coming up this weekend. That's the women's North London Derby. You've got Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer taking on Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. And for Spurs, that is, they kickstarted their league campaign. Let me reiterate, beating Leicester City 2-1. Drew Spence etching her name on the score sheet, getting her first goal there for Tottenham Hotspurs. Long may it continue. Another bit of positive news there to give you guys is in relation to Rebecca Spencer. She reached a important milestone over the weekend, 100 appearances in the Barclays Women's Super League. That is the top division of women's football in England. So massive congratulations to Rebecca Spencer on reaching a pivotal milestone in her career. Long may it continue. And I'm guessing they'll be looking to do the unthinkable, daring to do something special over the weekend in the North London Derby. Let me know if you guys are going to be watching the North London Derby, where you guys are based. That's going to be special. North London derbies are always special, be it the men's team or the women's team. So let's see how that one's going to be panning out, right? Because that's going to be a special game. And it's such an awkward position to be in, because you already know who I support. All you have to do is take a look at my jerseys in the background and you know who I support. So that particular fixture, whenever it's Reggae Girls versus Arsenal, it's such a uncomfortable game to watch. Worse if it's the North London Derby. Like, I literally sit there like, man, I want my girls to score. Love a clean sheet. But I would love 3 points from my team. So it's such a weird position to be in. But all I can say is, may the best team win. I'm always going to be siding with my girls, with my compatriots, my countrywomen. So may the best team win. And yeah, so we're ending in on some positivity there, guys. Started off positive with Tiffany Cameron, touched on something negative, a bit of a sour taste in your mouth, but I'm also leaving you with some positive news as it relates to Rebecca Spencer, right? So you guys can go ahead and dive into that. And unless you guys want to say something extra, I'm going to give you guys maybe 60 seconds and then I'm going to be signing off. What am I thinking of? Hold on a second. I'm just looking at something there, guys. So sorry about being a little bit quiet. Yeah, so right, that's it, guys. I've given you more than I bargained for, as always. Took this one to well over an hour when I only planned to give you guys 20 or 30 minutes, but we all know that that's not going to happen. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Not really sure what you guys have on your lunch and dinner menu, but I do hope that you eat for both of us. And if I don't see you between now and the rest of the week, I hope you have a splendid week. If I don't see you over the weekend, I'm not sure why you would allow that to happen, but if I don't see you over the weekend, I hope you have a smashing weekend. If you're out and about for work or personal activities, stay out of trouble and get home safe. As always, if you're new to the channel, please do go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, have a great day. Take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.